Hello everyone, this is Azar from 1054. I'm gonna make a quick video about how to create multiple farms with this emulator of Android in a computer. So this is the final step that you will get. You will get one screen, the middle one, where when you click into something, it's gonna replicate into the other screens the same action. And this will allow you to go much quicker in the creation of the farm and in the gestion and the organization of your farm. So I will try to go quick, and I will try to help you through this video to set up each of the settings of the emulator and show you the first steps to how to run it. So to make that, you have basically two different options. The first one is called GNBots. The second one is called Memu. I will put the links in the bio of the YouTube video so you can access easily. Basically, the difference between both options is GNBots is automatized. I haven't tried myself, and you have a monthly fee that you need to pay. I didn't try it, so I cannot say how it is. The second one is Memu, is this one that I will show to you how to set up. This option is for free. It's semi-automatic because you still need to make some actions, but as we saw just before, making one action will replicate this action into several farms. And this is the option that I tried, test, and I will show to you. What you're going to need is one computer. I'm not sure that this works in iOS, but it works for sure on Windows. You will need one email address per farm that you want to create, and one telephone number per farm that you want to create. We will see that this is because when you create the Play Store now requests you to put a telephone number to certify that you are a human. But it's just one code to receive and to put initially. So if you have a telephone number from a friend or from someone from your family, you can use it. It's just receiving one message, putting the code, and that's it. So after making a quick check, it seems that Memu works also in iOS. I'm just not very familiar into the Apple systems, so I will let you have a look on it. If you just type Memu iOS on Google, you will be able to find probably some kind of tutorial. So yeah, but this tutorial will be done on Windows. And an important thing that I want to mention is that the emulator consumes quite a lot of resources from the computer. So as you can see, now my CPU and my RAM is almost completely fully used. The more emulators you will create, so the more screens you will have at the same time, the more resources this is going to consume in your computer. So I would suggest you to start with 3 farms to see if your computer can handle it, and if it can handle it, then you can create more and more after. So the first step is going to be to go to memuplay.com. I'll put the link, and then you click on download, and of course it's going to download a file through your selected folder here in Chrome or whatever navigator you use. And then you will go to show all downloads, and you will run the installation of Memu as a normal installation software. So after the installation is done, you're going to end up with 2 shortcuts here, probably on the desk. One is called Memu, the other one is called Multi-Memu. So you need to open Multi-Memu, and you're going to have this screen. You won't have those 3 lines here. This is because I create already 3 farms, but these lines will be empty. And you are going to have here a new. And if you click here on new, he's going to ask you what kind of Android system do you want to use. So click on Android 9.0, and he's going to start creating the emulator. So it's this one is the last one. And then to run it, you just will have to press start. So the emulator is gonna start loading. It's gonna take a little bit of time to load, and you are gonna end up in a screen like this that is gonna replicate an Android system. Sometimes you are gonna have some publicity. So here on the bottom you have three buttons. Press the one on the middle to just come back to the home of the Android, and you will be able to access to the Play Store. So here is where you're gonna have to enter an email address. So I'm gonna put sign in. I'm gonna put create an account for my personal use. First name, this doesn't really matter. Date of birth, doesn't matter neither. The gender. And he's gonna ask you how do you want to sign in, so what is going to be your email address. He's gonna ask you to define a password. So I'm gonna cut here so I can put my own password. So then once you finish the creation of your Google account, you will end up in the home screen again of your emulator. You can at that point just reduce it like this, and you will see that the emulator that you just created is still running. Forget about those three. Those three are mine from previous trials. And now what you can do, of course, you can have some publicity from time to time. Press just this button here, so you will come back to the home screen. Now what you need to do is repeat the same operation with a new emulator. So we click on new again, Android 9.0. And when it's created, we're gonna put start. You can keep the other one open or you can close it. It's up to you. The actions that you will do, they will be saved in your computer. So this is going to be the second account that we are going to set it up, and we will have to do exactly the same as we did previously. So pass the publicity over here, open the Play Store, sign in, and make exactly the same process. So this is the process that you need to do manually, of course, the creation of your Google account, and it's probably the most tedious and most long part. So I'm going to create the second one. So now that I finished creating the second account in the Google Play Store, you can close these windows here. You will come back to the home screen. If you have a publicity, just press the home screen button. And then once you are in this screen, you can just shut it down. Press here, OK. Then the previous one that you had, shut it also down here. So you will come back to this multiple instance manager of Memu. And of course, you will maybe have 4 emulators, 6 emulators, 3 emulators. You decide the number. Just keep in mind that this is going to consume a lot of the resources of your computer. So for this demonstration, I'm going to make it just with 2. The first thing that you need to do is you need to configure the display. So we're going to do it one by one. Here you have 3 dots. Here you have the options, and then on the options you go to display, and you're going to click on tablet, for instance. Make sure that you have here the same resolution in all of them, so the action will be replicated accordingly. So here we click on tablet, 1280 per 800, we click on OK. Okay, we do the same with the second one. So here the options, display, tablet, 1280 multiplied by 800. Okay. So then we know that we have the same resolution in both of our emulators. So what we're going to do is we're going to run them. So I'm going to click on the number 3 and the number 4 that I'm going to run at the same time. I'm going to make here, the top left, start. So this is going to open both of the emulators of Android at the same time. Of course, as usual, we're going to have some publicity that we will have to skip. Just press here, just press here. And then we have both emulators that are open. Now what we want to do is we want to optimize the screen to be able to work on both at the same time. So we're going to click again on the multiple instance manager here on the bottom, and we're going to click in window arrangement, and usually I let it like this, but you can make some modifications. But for instance, now I'm working with 2, so here in grid layout I'm going to put 2. But if you work with 3, you want maybe to put 3, or if you work with 6, you can maybe put 6. And you press OK. This, what it's going to do is it's going to duplicate both of the Android's emulators side by side. So once you have your 2 emulators that are open with the good display, what we're going to do is we're going to install the game. So we click on the first emulator, Play Store. The second one also, we'll click in Play Store. Sometimes they won't look the same. This is why it's important to do it manually here. Here in the bar of search, we'll put Age of Origins, same the right one. And we're gonna install, and you're gonna let the installation run. We'll cut here. So you guys, once the game is installed, you're gonna finish here, and now we're gonna click in the home button just here, the home button just here, and then we're gonna synchronize both of the screens. So first I'm just gonna exit this window here, exit this window here. Then to make the synchronization, we're going to choose one of the displays. So I'm going to choose the left one. This is going to be my master. So everything that I will do in this screen is going to be replicated into the second screen that I have here. But remember, maybe you decided to create 3, 4, or 5 farms. So just the actions that you will do in your master screen are going to be replicated into all the other screens. So I'm going to press on the 3 buttons here of my master screen, the left one, and I'm going to click in the synchronizer. He's going to ask me which other screens I want to synchronize. So here in this case I only have a Memu 4, which is this screen, and I'm going to press on synchronize. I'm going to have this menu that is going to open here, where I will be able to pause the synchronization or to stop it. Once I have the red dot, that means that I'm synchronizing. That means that each single action that I will do in this screen, for instance, press settings, is going to be duplicated in the right one here. If I press home, it's going to press home in both screens at the same time. So once you are in this step, it's important that you are in this step in all of your screens before running the game. This really can create issues if you don't have the game set up properly in all of your displays before starting the game for the first time. So now we're going to run the game for the first time. So I click on my master. This is going to duplicate the same thing on the right screen. So he's going to ask me, do you want to create? I'm going to click, I'm going to wait here just a little bit. If you see that you have this screen that happens here in one screen but not on the second one, just press pause here on the top, click on create, and wait that this screen will start. So the idea is that you want both displays to be running exactly the same thing. So here we're going to have video. I'm going to wait that on the display it starts. Remember, I put pause the synchronization. So once I see that both screens are at the same stage, here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press here on skip, and I'm going to wait to be exactly on the same stage in both of the screens. When I'm here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press play in the synchronization. Now every single thing that I'm going to do in the left screen is going to be replicated in the right screen. Just remember that some actions are randomized, for instance the operation of the zombies, so sometimes you will have a little bit of delay. But the idea is that you can very quick progress through the first steps of the creation of the farm. And just also remember, if in one screen, for instance, you collected the blue coins quicker than on the other one, just wait for the other one to be at the same stage. Okay, so that's done. Press OK. And here we're gonna be in our town. So of course, if you move on one, you will move on the other one. If you press here on the missions on one, it's gonna happen also on the second one. So here is gonna ask me to join Mercenary Survivor Stage 2. So I'm gonna do it. So what you need to think is that you can do that maybe 3 or 6 farms at the same time. So you can get a considerable amount of time automatizing this process. The beginning of the creation of the farm is extremely long. So you see in this screen the menu pop up before on this one. So now what I will do is I'm gonna wait. And of course, as I need to collect blue coins with this account, or well, now it makes automatically, but I will wait both of them, or if I need, I will press here in pause. I will collect in this screen the blue coins, and then once I have both menus on the same stage, I'm gonna press play again on the synchronization, just select which one I want, confirm, and then I will get back again. So this is quite important because you want as much as you can that both screens are doing exactly the same. You see, here we have the opposite that happened. Here I have the menu, but I don't have it here. So I'm gonna just press in pause until I got the same menu, press here in play in the synchronization, select whatever I want, confirm, and keep making the menu. So you can see also that there is small differences between both, because the video cut because it's 5 minutes limited. Once you finish the second stage, you have the synchronization on. You can press in OK. It's gonna make you take this gift. Okay. And you can go back here. So one of the important things that I want to show to you is that you can use your master and everything will be replicated on the right side, but you can also move your right side, and this is not gonna make the same thing on the left side. This is important because if, for instance, on the right side you click in the wall, then once you will move on the left side, you're not going to move on the same screen. So this is why you always try to duplicate the same actions from one screen to another one, because if now I click in hospital here, I'm going to end up clicking in my city here, and we don't want that. So when this happens, you just on the right screen get back to your screen here, and then you see that both screens, they're not exactly on the same spot. The left screen, you see on the middle I have the hospital, and here on the right I have another screen. So when this happens, if you click here, you see the actions are not going to be the same. So to correct that, just on your master screen, click on the wall one time. Each time that you go to the wall, you will be the same spot. Come back to your town again, and this is going to reset the center of the screen. Now we are on the same spot. I'm going to try to show you now with my other accounts some details. So before showing to you all the details, you need to keep going on the missions, because if you leave right now, it's going to make you restart from zero everything. So you need to pass. Well, here I cannot make the number 2 because I need to upgrade city walls. So main hall. So you need to go through the missions a little bit, so you are sure that the game will not reset, basically. Still, it takes not a lot of time to do it. I will keep this on the video, but you can pass it. I will put the times on the video for the people that already have done this several times. You see here I'm gonna wait, but here on the right I have the same menu, then click 1, confirm. Let's move a little bit to not get hit, and the same this one. See, it's done. I'm gonna pause the synchronization here until I get the same menu, put play the synchronization, choose something, confirm. So we're gonna keep going through the different missions. Try to go quite quick here. So once you're here, it's gonna ask you to make potential. Okay. Here there is a part that you can start skipping. So for instance, if you go to the part number 3 here, instead of having to run it, just put challenge, make challenge here. Once you are on the screen, just can put pause, quit, and come back, and you will be able to skip all of those stages quite quickly. Here it's going to ask you to join an alliance. Of course, you don't want to join an alliance yet, because first what you want to do is you want to teleport to the good nation. So we're going to keep going with the missions. As I said before, just skip those stages. So it's a little bit long at the beginning, but can pass the different stages. Just remember that you need to do all of that, but you cannot teleport to the right nation if you are over C8. So just make sure you know that you are not more than C8 before needing to make the teleport. So I will speed up all of this process, but I want to show to you until the point that I will teleport to the right nation. So another thing that I can show you here is if you go here in the options, you have all the settings here, and you have shortcut. And here you have zoom in, zoom out, take screenshots, shake. So you can configure whatever shortcut you want to use. So another thing that I want to show you is here when you have this kind of mission, real combat, kill zombies level 1, if you click on go and if you search them, here is the typical case that you cannot make both at the same time. If you make both at the same time, it won't work. Why? Because, well, that's not the case. Here it will work, but oftentimes he's gonna look for the same spot. Of course, here the two towns are not on the same place, but if you then teleport on a nation on the same place, if you look for a monster, it will look for the same one. So in this kind of missions, I just prefer to pause the synchronization and make sure that I'm not attacking the same zombie, because if I do, it will not work. Just one of my two emulations will be cancelled. So at this point, so just when I complete um, this list of missions, so the level 5 of the farm and the level 5 of the oil refinery, if you click on claim, then is the moment that you can teleport. Remember that to teleport to another nation, you can only do it before C8 and before the first 48 hours spent on the game. So to do that, just go here to the nation, zoom out, on the bottom right you will have the globe, and then what we want is we want to find 1054. So 1054 is here. Then I'm gonna try to find the location that I want to teleport. So I need to put the location here manually. So I will teleport in this location that I added in both of the displays. And of course, to make the teleport, I'm going to stop the synchronization. I'm going to choose one spot where I want to teleport. I'm trying to stack a little bit my farms. So I will confirm here, and then here on this one, I'm going to wait the teleport to be happen, so my town will pop up here. And okay, you can see that the teleport was well done. Here my teleport is done, and I'm gonna make the second teleport just here with my second town. And you will see that of course those three, this is my farms that I created a couple of days ago, and this is my two new farms that I just created now. Of course, take the time to rename for my info, to change your name. But basically, you want to always couple the actions with the same farms. So if I'm gonna act into these other farms that are all level 7, I will only open all the level 7 farms, which are all on the same stage. If I want to do something in my other farms that are level 5, I will open those two farms that I created today during this tutorial. So once you're in this stage, you can close the emulator. Don't do it before, because sometimes when you do it before, you need to start everything from scratch, and it's really bad when this happens. But now you can just quit here, just close this window, and I'm gonna show to you now how it is with the 3 other farms. So I select the 3 other farms, press start, It is going to open in 3 different screens. And of course, once the 3 are loaded, you can go here, go into Windows arrangement. Of course, here we want a grid layout, not with 2 windows, but with 3 windows. We press OK. Then this one is still opening. And you want to make sure always that the display is good, because if the display is bad, the synchronization will be bad. So that's quite important. So for instance, here you can see that the display is not well done. So we need to check why. If we do OK again, now the display is perfect. And then, of course, my master is going to be the center of the screen. It's going to be easier for me. So I'm going to go on the 3 dots over here. I'm going to synchronize from the middle screen my 2 memos, one on the left, one on the right. Synchronize, the menu will be on the top, and I will open the game. And now one thing that I want to show to you is that here. So the last thing that I want to show to you is when you're here, you see your towns are very close one to the other one. So if you, for instance, look for monsters, probably it's gonna aim the same monster at the same time. And the issue with that is if you attack with one of the farms, the other 2 won't be able to attack because this zombie is gonna disappear. So in this kind of spot, same if you want to farm or to send people to farms, just make sure that you are not sending all of your accounts to the same farm, because they will fight one against the other, and you don't want that. So that's the little detail. So to solve this, just post the synchronization on the top, send one farm here, then on this one, search for another one, send it here, and then on the right one, you can do the same. And now you're attacking 3 zombies that are not the same, and you can get the synchronization on again, and you can come back to keep doing your stuff. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I will let a little link where you can support me, pay me a coffee, and I wish you a nice day and the best of the chance developing your town. See you! So guys, thank you very much. I try to do as quick as possible, but as complete as possible. If you want to support me, I will let you just a small page where you can pay me a coffee or something like this. Yeah, the edition is not the best one, but I hope this helped you. And if you need anything or you have any questions, you can send me a message in game, and I will try to answer as much as possible. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.